And, Coach, you have two squads. Actually, St. Mary's kind of on the up and rise right now. And basically, Capo United kind of just laying in the weeds. But these two teams played back on early in the season, back in November 2nd. It was all Capos. They won 5-0. And then go back to Friday, December 20th. The Coyotes win again by 5-1. What does St. Mary's have to do to stop this high-flying Coyote team?
Well, they've been getting better as the course of the year has gone on. Coach Jarek Eisler, who does a fantastic job there at St. Mary's, is getting this team ready. He knew that maybe early in the year the scores weren't really indicative of what he wanted his team to be at the end of the year. So keep an eye on them. They played some real good hockey as of late. In fact, they were in Detroit last weekend for a North American Prospects League Prep Division showcase, and they had a great showing there. And then on the other side, the Capo United Coyotes and head coach John LeBay and his crew, they'll keep bringing what they bring every single year. They basically they don't redo a team, they reload a team. So keep an eye on a couple of their key players: Joel Stenari, Nate Brunell, Kolachkov. Just the cast of characters, plus they got Connor Ivancic in net. So keep an eye on those players. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be a real good one.
Got a surprise in net right now for St. Mary's. This will be Tobias Bell between the pipes for St. Mary's. He replaced Sean Keogh, who stopped 20 of 20 shots last night in route to a 5-0 victory over Jay Serra. And on the other end, his counterpart wearing the same number 1, that's Connor Ivancic right there, the All-Star as we know. And Connor has been a name that we've called quite a bit here this season, and it's nothing really bad about it.
So on the other end, Tobias Bell's in the net for St. Mary's, and he's had a good hockey season as well, just like Ivancic. In fact, I'm just going to pull up his stats right now, and he's let's see his regular season stats. He's 4-7-0. He's at 5.32 goals against and an .839 save percentage. So he's very seasoned, and we're off and rolling here, Chuck.
The draw is won momentarily by St. Mary's. The Rams, though, give it back up and back now in transition. Here come the Coyotes, is making the attack right there. That's Mason Stotts. See, now it has it rimmed over to him. Centering pass right in front, and Jakob Posner just misses, whiffs on the opportunity. Posner, though, strips number 19, which is Mazur right there. Mazur tries to return the favor, and they'll get some help that time from number 8, Max Clark. Puck down deep. Here's Stotts again behind the goal now, occupied by Bell. Knocked off the biscuit and is cleared momentarily.
Too many men. Too many men.
And
on Capo.
So right away,
St. Mary's going to get a power play opportunity right away.
Just 42 seconds.
Kolachkov jumped off the bench just a touch too early, and the puck came right to him. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't even been noticed.
And Coach, that has to be a killer. I mean, especially your Coach LeBay, you cannot mistakes like that, especially when you're in your offensive zone on the forecheck, have to be driving you nuts right there.
Yeah, you never like to see situations like that happening, especially early in the game. You hope everybody's ready to go and knows what's going on, but unfortunately, Kolachkov jumped to the ice just a touch too soon, and the puck came right to him. There's not really a whole lot you can do about that. It's a little bit of a bad bounce for the Coyotes early in the game.
Hunter Hayes will take the face-off. He will lose it that time to Kolachkov. Puck bounds into the zone of St. Mary's, and they fire a pass up intended that time for Mazur. It's cleared out, though, by the Coyotes again, and back now. Here come the Rams once again as Escalante will take it. He'll slide it over that time to John Hansen. Hansen now moves it up, as now entering the zone will be Ite Bondar. Bondar had a goal yesterday, I believe, as the puck now winds its way around to Bondar again. Ite now drops it down low. Now behind the net, here's a man with a man right in front. Actually, they'll move it back up to the point. Here's a shot taken, tipped it high up over the net off the shot from Hansen.
I don't think Ivancic even saw that one as it went up over the top of his net.
That's what you have to do, create some traffic in front of Connor right there. Now behind the net again, moves back up once again to Hansen again. Hansen slides it over to Escalante. Escalante drops along. Right now in the middle of the slot right there was Hunter Hayes. Hayes sends a backhander wide, and just enough to clear are the Coyotes. And watch out, just breaking right through. Here's number 23, Rocky Hamaker fires a shot in the puck, or haymaker, I should say. And right there is Bell making the first save of the game for either squad on a shorthanded opportunity by Haymaker. Now back in transition. Here comes A-squared. Anthony Alvarado carries the puck in. Now behind the net, wraparound shot, and it's saved, I think. It's a goal!
It's a goal!
It's a goal!
Anthony Alvarado on the power play. He comes out of the neutral zone and streaks down the near side and catches Ivancic leaning on the near side post. And he sees it and he just wraps the puck around the other side on a great first goal for the St. Mary's Rams.
Alvarado, I believe, had a goal last night as well. He gets his second of the season right there. That goal will be on the power play at the 2:08 mark here in the first period. And, Coach, it's the Rams who strike first.
Well, again, like you talked about, Chuck, you never like to see a too many men called this early in the game, but St. Mary's made the Capital Coyotes pay for making that mistake, and that's what playoff hockey's all about. You make mistakes against good teams, they're going to make you pay.
Puck comes back as Bell now directing traffic, slides it over to Jimmy Sharp. Sharp now moves it along the boards as it's now knocked back in by the Coyotes. Giving chase now is James Albert. Now Albert moves the puck out of the zone where it's corralled that time by number 7, Shane Scott. Back now, here's now a shot by Osala, which is blocked that time by Jimmy Sharp. Puck comes up and it's cleared out of the zone. And I think icing will be waved off as now taking the biscuit will be Shane Scott behind his own net as he's pressured momentarily by Albert. Tries to up it and they keep it in. The Rams do. Here's Traverso now. Cool as a cucumber, slides it over to Burnell. Burnell now ups the biscuit over to Mason Stotts. Stotts enters the zone and it's kicked right back out. Dumped right back in by Traverso of the Cam variety. And that forces Bell to come out of his net and play it behind his net. Pass intended, misses everybody, and that's going to warrant an icing call. Here with 13:36 left in this first period, the St. Mary's Rams up by a score of 1-0, courtesy of a power play goal by A-squared Anthony Alvarado.
Chuck, the Capital Coyotes are going to need to have a nice little sequence like they just did with lots of good fast forechecking players like Afsa and Brunel who can really get up and down the ice and get in on a forecheck is exactly what the Coyotes need to try to get the Rams to make some mistakes.
Now puck comes up. Here's Coughlin going to wire a shot. Bell makes the save and then it bangs the puck behind the net. The puck now squirts over to the near side half wall as Traverso now holds the point on the left side. Bell now will play it back over to Sharp again. Sharp now wires it over on the other side and they clear the zone barely as being pressed down. Here comes, I thought this was Hayes. Here's a man coming in with trying to wire a shot. And that's number 8 in Max Clark. Clark now getting some help this time from Anthony Alvarado. Shot comes in, and Alvarado actually, I believe that's a save right there, if I'm right.
It is a save that went off the pad of Ivancic. Alvarado's got an absolute great release and a rocket of a shot, and those are two deadly combinations when you have a great release and a shot with some serious velocity. And Alvarado stepped to the middle of the ice, and he zapped a nice little snapshot and almost caught Ivancic by surprise.
Actually on the goal, so let's get it's a power play goal from Anthony Alvarado, and the assist will go to James Sharp. So Sharp picking up his first points of the postseason as they keep it in. The Rams do as the puck comes in and right into the breadbasket that time and corralled that time by the goaltender Connor Ivancic, who makes his second save in 3 opportunities here with 4:25 into this first period.
Albert with a really good job up there as the puck was slung all the way hard up to his point, and he stopped it from getting outside the zone and just stepped in and fired a puck towards the net. And at this point, anything going towards the net's a good thing for the Rams.
Puck now behind the goal line, backhanded in, kind of pitchforked in by Ite Bontar, turned over right there by Capo. Unable to make the play on it, though, was Ethan Saldana. And that puck is cleared back out, but knocked back into the zone momentarily as Hunter Hayes gives chase. Back now in transition come the Coyotes, but I believe Luke Osala was just a tad bit offside before the puck was brought in by Makar Klotchkov. Say that fast. Klotchkov. Say that fast 3 times.
That's why I just say Klotchkov.
Face off outside the zone. Luca Petroni will take the draw against Mason Stotts of Capo. Gonzalez now, who had a couple goals last night as well, as
We're gonna get an
Almost
offside
reminds
call.
me of one of those Pee Wee games, like when I used to play hockey. You have all 6 kids around the puck and fighting for it.
That's what they used, when I was a kid, they called that beehive.
Yeah, exactly.
Beehive hockey.
I used to play on the ice of Downers Grove, Illinois, back in the day. In the rec leagues, park and rec leagues. As the puck now set in, here's Choi he tries to center a pass right there, and it snuck right through, forcing John Hansen to make a play. Puck now bounds behind the net. Here's Choi again, trying to fight through a check. He does, slides it over that time, momentarily to Stotts, but it's cleared out by the Rams. Here giving chase now on the chip is Vic Gonzalez. He's cut off at the pass, and Capo clears out again, but Gonzalez steals the biscuit now. Here they come 2-on-3, make it 3-on-3, and unfortunately for St. Mary's, Gonzalez forgot the puck as Max Clark came a little late to the party to make that a 3-on-3 for the Rams. Here's now Clark giving chase, but it's chipped right back out by Shane Scott. And the puck playing a little ping pong right in and outside of the blue line, just outside the zone of the Coyotes. As the puck comes up again, and Sean McGurty takes a hit for his problem, or his troubles, I should say, problems. Taken away now by Posner. Wow, there goes a stick flying. I'm trying to say that it was Chris Daria's stick. And back now in transition. Here's a man getting behind every. Oh, and they're going to say A squared.
Alvarado got in behind the defenseman there and just a tad offsides.
Linesman was right there too. And that could have been that would have been interesting with Alvarado's speed. He might have had a direct line to the goal, going one-on-one with the goaltender in Avance.
Alvarado has what I like to call separation speed. He has the ability to get that puck and separate himself from the defender real quick and give himself some time and space to be able to make plays, whether it's a passing play or a shot on net.
Face-off is won by Capo, but however it's turned over to Hunter Hayes. Hayes now ups it over to Ite Bondar. Puck now taken away by Capo's Sean Coughlin. They'll move the puck up. However, right there once again is John Hansen, who's had a very strong first period here.
Just missed Bondar.
Yep.
Hansen on a beautiful play there. And Bondar just happened to be transitioning on his skates and caught himself a little bit off guard and could not get his stick down on the ice and reach to be able to cut that puck off.
So icing will be the call as Haymaker will take the draws. He will be opposed by Luca Petroni of St. Mary's. 1-0 the Rams here, 6:40 into this first period. And just join us, pull up a chair as the shot comes in by Capo, turned aside by Bell, who makes the second save. That back down transition, here's Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts a shot in and kind of knuckled on the goaltender Avancing.
A little bit of a sinker ball there. Here's a solo.
Puck brought in and Hansen knocks it aside again. And Strider Davis, one of my favorite hockey names in this league, has it chipped off by Haymaker again. Now moving to the other side. And Stenari of the Joel variety will intercept that pass. Bring it back. Klotchkov trying to fight through a check right there. Forgot the biscuit though, as it's cleared back out by the Rams right onto the tape of Joel Stenari. Stenari now splits the uprights, tries to go through.
He's hooked up.
Yep. Watch out, backhander right there. And the puck comes right on. And I thought that was actually almost on goal. It's going to come on goal. And Connor Avancic, he's forced to play the biscuit. And with 9:21, he'll cover up. And face-off will take place to his left here, as I mentioned, with 9 minutes, 21 seconds left in this first period.
Chuck, it's a matter of time before Anthony Alvarado gets control of a puck, and we see that speed that he has in full flight up the ice.
Clark will take the draw for the Rams. He'll be opposed. I believe that's Joel Stenari. Puck came in. Oh, and trying to tie it up is Clark right there. Puck cleared out of the zone. That's going to force Alexander Escalante to play it. It's rimmed around now by St. Mary's, picked up by the Coyotes, and chipped out of play. So we'll lose a puck and gain a faceoff here with 9:03 left. And the score remains the same, 1-0, courtesy of a power play goal by Alvarado.
Alvarado doing a fine job of forechecking here. Got in on the defenseman for the Coyotes and got a stick in the puck. And unfortunately for them, is going to get a face-off outside the Coyote zone, but a good job on the forecheck from the Rams.
Rams win the faceoff. However, they float it into an open area where Capo clears it momentarily. Still cleared down the ice once again by St. Mary's, who seems content to kind of do it. Just keep it out of the zone right now, Coach, and everything's got all right. It's hard to score when you're not in the zone. As now sliding the biscuit over is Escalante. They move it up as Traverso came to pinch up. However, it's knocked back down, and Bell will play it over to the far side where Escalante will move it up along the boards. However, good job by Sonari of the Joel variety, who now walks in, has it looking for Choi, but he's tied up. Hold down, leave it on the backhand to Choi, who's this pass comes right in front though, and it's knocked aside by the defense of St. Mary's once again, and they're going to try to catch him on a change. Look at Ivancic now, floats a pass up to Joel Stenari. Stenari now 3-on-5. As he slides it over to Daria. Daria tries to center a pass, is sticked aside that time by John Hansen, who had a big first period here for St. Mary's.
Coyotes trying to make a little bit of a push here.
Here's Posner again now. Jacob still looking. Trying to come out way out of his net that time is Bell, and it's chipped aside by his defenseman in Hansen. Now behind the net, centering pass to Daria. Daria couldn't handle it as it chipped in by Phillips. Ooh, it was touched.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah. It's intercepted now by Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez now leaves it over for Luca Petroni. Petroni cut off at the pass that time by Phillips, who chips it back out of the zone, forcing Hansen to play. However, he turns it right over to Jacob Posner, top of the right face-off circle, fires a shot. Saved that time. Third save now by Bell. Cleared out. Another shot comes in. Wired just wide the net, occupied by Tobias Bell. Puck now at the half wall. Scott activates as he loses it to his counterpart, number 7, Victor Gonzalez. Gonzalez content to clear it down the ice out of harm's way, and with 7:01 left, we'll have a face-off deep inside the St. Mary's zone with the Rams up by a score of 1-0.
Yeah, that was a little scary there, Chuck, as Posner came across and Doria stepped off sides, and the linesman missed that call. He was a good foot off sides.
Max Clark will take the draw for St. Mary's. The shot comes in and it's sticked aside that time. Now the puck goes around where Klotchkov will take it. Klotchkov now stick handling a phone booth, fires a shot and making the glove save. That time will be Bell, who makes his fourth save with as many opportunities that time. And Klotchkov had that puck on a string as he dinked around a couple defenders and then put it right into his wheelhouse and fired a twisted wrister. However, Bell right there.
Makar Klotchkov has a real good knack for getting the puck off the boards and into the middle of the ice. As now the referees are going to negate a change here and send a couple guys off the ice on the Capo side as a little bit of a late change.
Haymaker against Saldana. Haymaker wins it back to Scott, fires a shot. Pad save that time by the goaltender in Bell. Rimmed around out once again by St. Mary's. Puck now sent right back in. Bell forced the play, and he's got to rim it all the way up along the boards to number 15 in Ite Bondar. Bondar tried to move it over to Hunter Hayes, and then now it's picked up and sent on the backhand inside the zone that time by number 10, Ita Saldana. Puck sent down deep, and I thought an icing would have been called, but nope, must have been tipped in. As clearing it out now will be Jimmy Albert. Turnover right here now, as trying to play the biscuit was number 23, Haymaker. Pass now.
Rocky Haymaker.
Oh, and there's a miscommunication between Hayes and Bondar right there. At least a turnover shot, pad save right there. And back down transition. Here comes Strider Davis. Davis looking for an outlet. Got it up momentarily to Petroni. And now here is Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez enters the zone. Gonzalez tries to dance around a couple Coyotes. Managed to get the puck to the end board. Davis now fires a shot, hits the side of the net. Centering pass, nobody home though for the Emerald Green and Black. Another shot comes in through traffic, and I don't think it made its way onto Ivancic. Puck now rimmed around to the far side. Holding once again. A nice play by John Hansen. He'll rim it down below the net. Centering pass, nobody home again. Here's Hansen now going to rim it back down over again. Gonzalez behind the net, this time for St. Mary's. He's knocked off the biscuit and back in transition. Here will become Alex Bussell. Bussell now enters the zone, and he'll rim it deep inside the St. Mary's zone as they peel off for a change. But once again, here's Hansen. He'll do the same thing. We're playing ping pong now from goal line to goal line, Coach, as we're now behind the goal line and taking possession. I believe that's that's not Daria. Daria's on the right side. as puck comes down deep. And once again, on the backhand, trying to swipe it out of harm's way. That time was Christian Hansen. However, it's knocked down, and good job by Stenari of the Joel variety of holding the right point as he now enters the zone. Tries to center a pass. Daria couldn't get the stick down. Posner with a shot wide than that time, occupied by Bell. Hansen of the John variety now tries to move it up. He gets it over to number 19. That's a Mazur. Mazur can't clear as it's dropped down beneath the goal behind Bell once again. John Hansen fighting as he's going to fight off 2 Coyotes. He'll get some help that time from number 8, Max Clark. And Clark managed to take the puck, and they clear it out of the zone momentarily. Watch out, they're going to try to catch him on a change. Here now is Daria looking for a man to pass to. Centers a pass, though, and denied it. Finally covering up will be Tobias Bell here with 4:03 left in this first period. St. Mary's, courtesy of a power play goal, still leads this game by a score of 1-0.
Chuck, this is some great action up and down the ice. This is good, fast tempo, pace type of hockey game that I love to watch. Both teams are very strong on the forecheck. They come in with speed, they come in with size, and they make a lot of things happen by taking away time and space. This is going to get even better over the course of the game.
Actually, you know who wins the faceoff? It's Ethan Saldana, and right there, Saldana actually almost put it on net. I think it was going wide, but Bell says, you know what, let's regroup and regroup and try this again. As Saldana will kick it back deep in the corner, but there's nothing but the cream, black, and maroon right there. It's a centering pass right there, and unable to get his stick down was Klotchkov. They get it back out to the point. Here's Klotchkov again, middle of the slot, centers a pass. That time backhander lifted high up by Luke Osala. Osala now gets his own rebound, tries to center a pass through a myriad of, and Bell's coming out. He's going to chip it over to the near side half wall. Klotchkov trying to come out, is kicked aside that time by Alexander Escalante. Now Osala again tries on the backhand, a blind backhand, and finally bringing it out. Here comes number 15, and Ite Bondar. Bondar wires a shot, and that's kicked aside by the goaltender in Ivancic. 3:13 left, the puck bounces off the end wall and back right in front of Ivancic. He'll cover up here with 3:12 left in this first period. St. Mary's survives the barrage right there, at least for the moment, by Capo, and they still lead this game by a score of 1-0.
That is a huge save by Ivancic, as Capo had a really nice sequence of plays in the offensive zone, and Bondar got down the ice and made something happen, and Ivancic had to come up with a huge save. Otherwise, this thing could have gone 2-0.
Back now. Here is Jake Traverso as he now moves the biscuit up. He slides it over. I believe that's to Alex Bussell. Bussell now fires a shot turned aside that time by the goaltender in Bell. Puck bounds in the corner as Haymaker now will take it. He'll slide it up over to Burnell of the Nathan variety. Nate now takes it. He's going to be knocked off the biscuit. And back now, actually it's not Gonzalez. That's number 17. Anthony Alvarado takes it. Now he's going to come up with some speed. He's cut off at the pass that time by Sean Coughlin. And Coughlin knocks him down momentarily as Mazur tries to help. This time the puck bounces out to Hansen, who will just be content to dump in, and he'll peel off for a change with his line mate. New defensive pairing out there for St. Mary's now as the Coyotes reach center red, and that's going to force Escalante to take it behind his net. Fights through a check from Brunel, gets it up, and slides over to Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez now moves it over to Strider Davis. Davis looking for a man to pass to. A little late to the party, though, was Gonzalez. He will have battled Posner in the corner now, and Jacob now with a nifty bit of stick handling, going to move it up to the point. Held in, though. Here's Escalante, wires up a shot, knocked aside by Brunel. Chipped right in front, and the puck off its stick, and it goes behind the net, occupied by Ivancic. Here's Gonzalez, though, stick handling in a phone booth. Look at that. Centering pass right there, and stopping the... Actually, I guess we call that a shot, is the goaltender, Connor Ivancic, and he holds on for dear life with 97 seconds remaining. He keeps this game from going 2-0.
Strider Davis was on the back door waiting for that pass, and Ivancic got a stick and a glove down on that. So a real strong sequence of offense for the Coyotes on their end, and now another real strong sequence of offense as we're going to get a penalty on...
Wow.
I don't know if is that Jake or Cam?
That's actually Cam Traverso right there.
That's Cam. So he's going to go to the box. He's obviously not so happy about it.
I wonder if they're going to...
As the referees are going to... I didn't see what happened, Chuck, but they're You're going to get the call right now. Slash.
So here's the opportunity, already 1 for 1 on the power play. Here's another big opportunity right here for St. Mary's to double the lead here before the period end as they get ready for the face-off, and that's one right to Posner, and Posner is going to wire the biscuit down, forcing Bell. And they haven't even started the clock yet, Coach.
Yep, there it goes.
No, I'm talking about the clock.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
As the puck now comes in, we had a $1:38 left, so we know that.
Unless they score, he can't come out of the box.
Yeah.
They'll get it settled between periods.
Oh, whoa, the puck takes a weird bounce. Thankfully for St. Mary's, no cream, black, or burgundy jersey around as they were off on a change as Daria pressures the puck, but it's moved up that time to Bondar. Ite now enters the zone, kicks it back over as he got it over to Hayes, and Hayes' pass kind of shot is sent down the ice once again by
Tobias Bell.
The Coyotes. Tobias Bell now will lead for his defenseman. They move it up there, tried to get up to Hayes. Hayes tried to lift the stick of Joel Stenari that time. And
Good
it's knocked back in.
Stenari, gap striking the puck.
James Sharp now moves it up as he now gets it over. Here's H-squared. Hunter Hayes stops on a dime as he takes a hit from behind. No call. Moves it back up. Gonzalez with the shot. Actually, that's Alvarado with the shot that's blocked by the penalty kill of the Coyotes.
15 seconds to go in the period, Chuck.
Yep. And offsides were the Rams, so they're forced to touch up as Klotchkov will take it. Maybe he might go coast to coast here. 7 seconds left. 6 seconds. He's going to move up, deke around, tried to fire a shot, and actually got it on net and took a kick save from Tobias Bell to prevent that puck from going in. And the whistle or buzzer will sound here, ending the first 17 minutes of hockey. And it's St. Mary's, courtesy of a power play goal by A-squared, Anthony Alvarado. They lead this game by a score of 1-0.
Alvarado, the goal scorer on the power play, it had a fantastic period, did several different things, but he plays with such great pace and tempo, Chuck. It's really fun to watch him. But on both sides of the coin, Capo does a great job of it. St. Mary's is doing a great job of it. The way these players get up and down the ice, it makes for a very exciting hockey game.
And I'm seeing a little bit more of a collapse by the defense of the back check of St. Mary's when the Coyotes have the puck. They're pretty much keeping the puck to the outside right now, making it kind of difficult to get any kind of move or puck action in.
Well, that is the objective.
No, exactly.
Keep them out of the middle of the ice, and you don't give them a very good chance to score goals.
We saw a couple opportunities right there by Klotchkov at the top of the slot, but other than that, it's been pretty much null and void right there. As the shots I have right now, it's 7-5 in favor of the Coyotes, but credit to some stellar goaltending right there by Tobias Bell. And you know what? As you mentioned, we had a big save over on the other end by Connor Ivancic too, as he denies, I believe, that was Bondar, I believe.
Well, I think this has gone both ways, Chuck. Both Tobias Bell and Connor Ivancic have both made a couple of saves after an offensive flurry on the other end of the ice, and all of a sudden the puck comes down and the other team gets a chance. If one of those goals goes in, I mean, that's a real momentum swing when stuff like that happens. So keep an eye on that as the course of the game wears on, as now Cam Traverso heads back over to the box to finish out his remaining sentence.
I guess he has, 23 seconds left. I like how they just put the 23
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call. They don't have the zero or anything like that. I hope they don't use 23 minutes up there, so we'll wait and see. I think the ref realizes that now. So no matter what, I believe at the 17:37 mark, if St. Mary's doesn't score, we will see 16:37. Excuse me. We'll see Cam Traverso come out. The faceoff is won by Capo, and they clear it down the ice, basically leaving St. Mary's to one possible last rush right there. No shot so far on this man advantage. They get it up now to Bondar. Ite enters the zone, stops on a dime, but pressured right there by Posner. Puck hits a high stick, no call. There's a shot right there, and there's saved by the goaltender and Ivancic, and that's going to do it, Coach.
Yep,
right there.
Traverso's out of the box. Good save by Ivancic, although he bobbled it just for a second and then had to get his glove on top of it. We're back to 5-on-5 action, 16:37 remaining in the second period.
Draw will take place to the right of Avancic. That's Luca Petroni in the face-off circle as he will be opposed against number 67, Alex Bussell. Bussell wins it as they move it over to the far side. Nate Brunell now moves it up to Haymaker. I'm sorry. I got to get that right. And Haymaker now moves it over to John Hanson. And we're going to have a penalty right here. I believe this is going to go against St. Mary's.
Yep. Coyotes are going to get themselves a power play opportunity.
It's going to be a cross-check, and I believe they're going to get Hanson with the call.
No. Wow. Haymaker's going to go to the box.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. So just basically, 10 seconds after, 11 seconds after the penalty ends.
I thought for sure it was
Haymaker.
on the Rams because the Coyotes they had the puck on their stick.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And then they didn't blow the whistle until the Rams touched it.
Wow. So here's another opportunity on the man advantage right now for St. Mary's. This is their third as opposed to none for Capo. As the puck now dances along the blue line. Bussell now just going to chip it in deep, forcing Escalante to chase. Escalante loses his twig. There's a poke check. A great poke check by Toby Bell right there. Knocks the biscuit off. Now they're leaving it down for Alvarado, who races up. Got it momentarily over to Petroni. Now Alvarado again slides a pass over to Vic Gonzalez. The puck eludes everybody. Now Bell's going to be forced to come out to face the challenging Brunell. He'll win it as he slides it back over to Escalante again. Escalante battles and loses that battle to Bussell that time. Bussell doing a good job as a pass misses two Rams right there. Back now Brunell as he touches up, forcing Bell to play it. Bell scoots it back on the backhand with still 65 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Turnover again to Stotts as it finally finds Mazur's stick. Mazur now enters the zone, leaves it on the back. Here's Hunter Hayes now wires a shot, and they're making a save, a big save that time by Connor Avancic, and he'll hold on tight here with 15-17 left in this second period. Still 56 seconds left on the man advantage.
Coyotes doing a great job on the penalty kill. Nate Brunell, who just basically turned himself into a human pinball machine, and he was all over the ice.
That's true.
Causing havoc, good stick, playing the body, and then obviously getting back into play. He's been a very good addition to the Coyotes program.
Here's now Jimmy Albert's going to drop it down deep. It hits the half wall. Played, now lifting the stick, and now here comes Joel Stenari back on the attack. One man to beat is a good job that time by Sharp as he cuts his man off at there. Actually, that's Albert right there. He cuts his man. Stenari comes up, still gets it, tries to deke around, gets over to Stotts. Mason now wires a shot high and wide of the net, occupied that time by the goaltender in Bell. And we're going to have a penalty right here. We're going to have we're going to have an unsportsmanlike. I believe it's going to go against the bench.
That's unfortunate because that should have been a call. Stenari got upended. He worked really hard with the puck.
That's going against John LeBay?
Yeah, it is. But unfortunately, that's.
And you know what? That's going to leave him two men short for a while, too, Coach.
Come on.
Osala going to go in.
He's going to serve it for the coach. That's really unfortunate.
Wow.
Because Stenari got upended there, and of course they're trying to explain to him why it wasn't, but.
So it'll be Petroni taking the draws. He'll be opposed by Nate Brunell in the draw. 5-on-3 for 26 seconds here for the Rams of St. Mary's out of Stockton as they get it over to Hanson, the big defenseman now. Tries to float a pass right there. Got to be careful as they move it out. Now three abreast right here. Here comes Hayes. Slides a pass over. Shot saved that time by Avancic. Avancic robbing, I think, Vic Gonzalez right there. Now behind the net. Here's again coming up with their nobody home, though, with 5 seconds remaining on the two-man.
3,
Here's
2.
now a shot by Hayes. He scores! Hey, John Hanson finds the back of the net just as time expired, so it's only going to be a power play goal. And just like that, with 2:39 into this second period, Hanson with a power play goal makes it 2-0 in favor of St. Mary's.
Hanson, who's just kind of been lurking across that blue line all game long. In the first period, he had a couple of shots and a couple of chances as well. And he just stepped to his left. He's a left shot and fired it back across the grain, and that just beat Ivancic through traffic over the top of his glove. So
now the Coyotes going back to work. They have some work to do now as backhanded up and then volleyball down. Back now on the attack. Here's Posner. He has his pocket picked. I'll tell you what, Coach, the Rams starting to skate with a little bit more of confidence right now.
The Rams are playing a very strong game, Chuck.
Here's Strider Davis bringing the puck in now against Phillips. He'll finish his check as the puck now comes along the half wall. Big hit along the wall right there on Vic Gonzalez. Shot comes in, turned aside that time by Ivancic. Puck now moved to the far side as they move it over to Daria. Daria on the backhand tried to hit Mason Stotts, but the puck eludes Stotts' tape. As now Mazur tries to move it up. Shot comes in, denied by Bell. Swept over to the side that time on a nice play by Jimmy Sharp. First shot on goal for the Coyotes this period. Centering pass by Daria. Nobody home though, and he turns it over. And once again, here comes number 15, Bondar. He'll just chip in, peel off as he is checked into the boards. I thought he was peeling off for a change, but he was checked. Now here's Phillips behind the net. Avoids the check that time from Hunter Hayes. H squared. As they move it down, just tap it into the zone. And then Bondar tries to send it in, but it's blocked aside by Bussell. Hansen now moves it aside, kicked out by Phillips again, and here's Daria trying to stick handle in the phone booth, but he knocks it back into the zone. Pass slid over that time to Christian Hansen. And the puck goes now, sent down to the ice where Bell coming way out of his cage will now slide it over to his big defenseman, John Hansen. Hansen now moves it up as they get over to Alvarado. Alvarado 2-on-2 now. Right face-off circle. Tried to float a pass. Shot just sent wide the net that time by number 8 in Max Clark. Puck bounds over to the near side or far side wall. This time Joel Stenari will take it and he'll move over to the near side. Gets it up to Afsa. First time we've called Afsa's name tonight. Puck eludes and now here's Choi now at center ice. Using that speed. Gets chipped that time by Christian Hansen. Puck now moves back up and out of the zone where Stenari is forced to play back to red line. The red line has it chipped away by Alvarado, and Alvarado was almost sent to the races. However, now this is going to lead to a 3-on-3 now as Afsa walks in. On the goaltender, shot saved that time by Bell. Puck bounds behind the net. Credit Bell with his second save. Puck cleared out of the zone, I think, by actually the Coyotes that time.
It was brought out by the Coyotes.
Yeah. And sent right back in where Hansen now a play, tried a home run pass that time, which is blocked that by...
He had Strider circling in the neutral zone.
Here's Joel Stenari now as he dances across the blue line inside into the zone of the Rams, kicked right back out. And here now is Jake Traverso. He'll wire it around. We're forcing Bell to come out of his net again. Bell will just chip it along the boards over to the near side where Mazur now will be forced to play. He'll turn it over that time to Osala. And that's Haymaker without a twig, and it's iced down by St. Mary's here with 11:09 left here in the second period. Don't look now, Coach. 2-0 in favor of the Rams from St. Mary's of Stockton.
Hansen does a real good job. He sees they're hemmed in their zone a little bit, and he just decides to hammer it down the ice and get a little face-off. Just a real veteran type of move.
Exactly.
There, he knows what he's doing.
He knows they can change. As now behind the net, this is Albert. He'll turn it over to Mazur. Mazur got over to Osala somehow. Somehow they managed to chip it out, and they watch out now. Here's Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez with Hayes. Oh, feathers a pass and a great back stick check by Coughlin. Hayes now enters has it again, shoots and scores! H-squared makes it 3-0 in favor of St. Mary's. A turnaround, twisted wrister beats Connor Ivancic. And don't look now, Coach. The Rams are up by a score of 3-0.
Hunter Hayes with a great shot there. Steps off the half wall into the middle. And he just got a nice long reach snapper. And he beats Ivancic to the far side up and over the top of his shoulder. Making the score 3-0 with 10:46 remaining in the second period. And it's just digging the Coyotes a little bit of a hole here. They go down the ice and they get all this pressure, and the puck comes down the other end, unfortunately, and it goes in the back of the net.
The Rams have had more goals this period than they have had the entire season against the Coyotes. In their 2 games that they played, they've only scored 1. They've scored 2 here in the second and attack on that other one in the first, and it's 3-0 right now. My Cal State Fullerton math tells me. And here they are, come looking for more. Backhander that time is denied by Ivancic, and he'll hold on tight. And I'll tell you what, Coach, you like seeing teams play start K-State let me start skating with confidence, and that's what the Rams are starting to do.
Well, the Rams smell blood right now, and they're doing everything they can to keep this momentum going their direction. And on the other side, the Capital Coyotes, they just got to get something good to happen. They got to get pucks to the net, jam one, or get a real ugly goal, and then see what they can do from there.
Going back to the Hanson power play goal, that assist goes to Luca Petroni right there. And here now is Victor Gonzalez, who gets it over to Petroni. Petroni now sets up shop behind the net, still looking. Patiently gets it up to Jimmy Sharp, over to Hanson again. Hanson now drops it to the half wall right here. AFSA will bump his man as the puck is, I thought, cleared out. And finally, that's Strider Davis as the puck is sent around the net, and that's going to allow a big change right there for the Rams. Hayes now, who had that bullet of a shot for the third goal for St. Mary's, gets it back over now to Stenari. Joel, the captain, El Capitan, brings it up across center ice, enters the zone, skates all the way coast to coast. However, he's knocked off the biscuit, and back now, here comes Sean McGurty. Puts it on the tape, once again, of Bondar. Bondar now walked in, goes to the backhand, behind the goal line. There's a pass, and it's paddled aside by the goaltender, Inovansik. Puck still inside the Capo zone. As Stotsdown will take possession. He'll slide it over this time to number 60 in Brett Phillips. They get it over to AFSA again, who's tied up nicely. A good job of tying him up that time by the center, Max Clark. Clark now had it stripped by Bustle, but they managed to get it back out. And once again, here's Bondar. Bondar fires a shot wide the net that time, occupied by Avancic. Clark now just chops it in behind the net, forcing Shane Scott to play it. Scott now a reverse course, tried to get it over to Klotchkov. Here now intercepting the pass is Bustle. Bustle now will drop it down deep, and Bell comes out. He chips it over into the corner to his defenseman AFSA, who blows a tire not once but twice, as now Osula slides it back over, tries to get it over to the big man, number 81 in Klotchkov. Shot comes in, saved that time by the goaltender Bell, who makes his third stop this period. He has 10 overall, and here he keeps it still at a 3-0 advantage for the St. Mary's Rams.
Bell's been very calm in the net here tonight for the Rams. He's made the real easy saves, and that's what you want. You want your guy just to make the regular saves.
Routine saves.
And if you get beat, you get beat on a good shot. But right now the Coyotes have yet to give a really, really strong scoring chance.
Petroni is kicked out of the face-off circle for Victor Gonzalez, and oh boy, there's a man ran over, but Gonzalez picks up the biscuit. He'll chip it by as he now races in. Oh, and there's a big hit levied on him by his counterpart, number 7, in Shane Scott. Chipped back out of the zone, but taken right back by Jimmy Albert, who's just going to drop it down deep and force Purnell to play it deep in his zone. Purnell tries to clear it, but he is knocked aside by Strider Davis. Davis now slided over to Luca Petroni. Petroni had a glance off his tape, and Phillips now will replay back to Purnell. Turnover again this time, and it's Luca Petroni who gets over to Victor Gonzalez. Gonzalez now battling along the near side half wall. Shot comes in from from H squared. And we're going to wait and see what we have. We're going to have a penalty, I believe, that's going to go against number 23 of the Coyotes. And if that's that's the case, that's going to be Rocky Haymaker. I believe that's his second penalty too, Coach.
He's got 2 and 10.
Did he really? Is that a boarding call?
2 and 10 for charging.
Oh, wow. Oh, here's another opportunity. Already 2 for 3 on the power play.
This is not what Coach John LeBay wants for his team at this stage of the game. Got 7:35 remaining in the second, 3-0 Rams. And they're going to have to kill this penalty off, and they're going to need to get at least 1 before the end of the period. They're just cutting into their time to try to make something like that happen. It's taking away all the momentum from them.
I'll tell you what, a goal here for St. Mary's really puts them in business. As taking the faceoff will be H squared, otherwise known as Hunter Hayes. Hayes now takes the faceoff. He'll win it. He gets it back to Hanson, who already has the goal. Hanson slides the pass over. Shot comes in, just sent wide the net that time by Escalante.
This is where the Coyotes, Chuck, they're going to need to block shots. They're going to have to do everything they can to keep the puck out of the net.
Now Mason Stotts pressures the puck, and Tobias Bell a little lazy getting back. Almost Had Stotts force a turnover right there. That could have been deadly for, oh, watch, blowing a tire that time, actually, as he hit the boards hard by himself, was number 15, Ite Bondar, as they slide it over to Escalante. Escalante back over to Hansen. Hansen now puts it on the tape of H-squared. Hayes now enters with Clark. Still walks in. Fires a shot, stick the side that time by Avancic. Avancic making his 6th save in 7th save in 9 opportunities. Back now as Bell comes way out of the zone. Boy, he likes to get out of that. There's a bouncer. That's a two-hopper.
He likes to play the puck and move around.
Feel that like a first baseman right there. As the puck comes in, it's going to roll right in on Avancic, who makes the save, and he'll cover up here with 6:26 left. And they need to stop the clock here, Coach, as the clock continues to wind.
Yeah, probably about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, boy.
About 11 seconds.
Yep. So 6:24 left. Should be 28. 6:28?
On ours, it's 28. We can't make that call.
I say about 11, 12.
Oh,
what, 3
boy.
seconds? That's like 12 seconds that were ripped off.
We can't do that.
Oh, wait. Oops, they took off the power play. Up, then it's back to 2 minutes now. Oh, boy.
Well, as we wait here, Chuck, for the scorer's box to figure things out, now they got 2 guys on the board.
Let's go back to that. Let's go back to Hunter Hayes' goal, though. Hunter Hayes scores at the 6:14 mark with Ite Bondar and Vic Gonzalez assisting. And they have 42 seconds left on. There we go. My goodness.
They put 3 seconds
Oh, my
back
God.
on the clock. It was
Wow.
like 11,
Yep.
12 maybe.
As now winning the faceoff and actually driving down. Here's Victor Gonzalez behind his net, still looking, fights off a check, moves it over to the other side, and puck eludes Anthony Alvarado. A-square, though, regains the biscuit, drops it back over now to a man who centers the biscuit. Excuse me, that was number 5 in Luca Petroni. Held in at the point. Here's a shot comes in, tipped by Alvarado, high up over the net, occupied by Avancic. Now Petroni now kind of pitches it over to Jimmy Albert. As we're down to 6 seconds left, shot comes in, tipped up, high up over the net. And watch out there, because you're going to have a man on a break. As here comes a 3-on-3 now. As Klotchkov gets it over to Bustle. Bustle now centers a pass, and it's knocked in!
That's a goal.
AFSA with the goal.
Fires it across, and it hits a skate of, I'm not sure if it went off a defender or who that went off of, but that ends up in the back of the net, Chuck.
Coach, you said they needed a goal before the period expired, and that's
well,
kind of the ugly
kill
goal.
the penalty and get the goal, and they did just that. Now let's see if they can tack another one on, keep pucks out of their own net, tack another one on, and they can go into the locker room at the break here and get regrouped.
Now, what do you do if you're St. Mary's? You change much at all.
No, you keep playing. That's a bad bounce. Can't do nothing about that.
Here now behind the net, here comes the Coyotes looking for more now as they bring it down deep, but that is Christian Hansen, who moves it up, can't clear though. Phillips tries to backhand. Wow,
oh,
AFSA.
that just missed, Chuck.
Wow. How AFSA even got a stick on it was amazing. I'd give him a point just for that.
That was knocked down, and Bell must have gotten a pad on that.
Here's Bondar now, enters the zone, right face-off circle, wires a shot high up over the net, occupied by Connor Avancic. Puck now comes over and slid down the ice this time by Capo. This is H-squared, deep inside his zone, on the backhand, moved it up and out of the zone momentarily. Nate Brunell's going to play it, knocked down with a high stick.
That's a high stick.
No, they say no. Christian Hansen, wow. Oh my goodness. They even got Christian Hilton saying something right there. The puck eludes everybody. Icing will
You
be
mean the
waved
referee's best friend?
Hey.
Wow. As they move it over to Choi. Enters the zone. Choi with A-squared all over it. A-square picks the pocket. He's spun around by Brunell. Managed to get over to Max Clark. Clark will bull rush his way inside the zone. Now behind the net. Clark's still looking for an option. Gets it up to Albert. Albert now drops it down low again as Clark now will play it along the near side, or far side corner, I should say. Puck now over to A Squared, who will lose it that time to number 60 in Brett Phillips. Puck cleared up and out of the zone momentarily as it's pitchforked back in, but sent right back down the ice by Capo. Icing will be waved off here. As taking the biscuit will be Escalante. He'll rim it around, and that's going to warrant probably an icing call as Coughlin gives chase, and that's exactly what it's going to be with 3:31 left here in the second period. 3-1 in favor of St. Mary's, but a faceoff taking place deep inside the Rams zone to the right of the goaltender, Toby Bell.
We're back to that good tempo up and down the ice, back and forth hockey between these two teams. Unfortunately, things got bogged down there a little bit with some power plays and penalty kills and stuff. So,
watch out! The faceoff is won. Here is now Klotchkov. Had his stick tied up at the moment of truth that time by Escalante. Klotchkov trying to bull rush his way through. As Daria now takes the biscuit. Cleared up and out of the zone once again by St. Mary's. We're down to 3:10 left here in the second. 3-1 in favor of the Rams out of Stockton. Here's Daria now on the backhand. Slides it over to Klotchkov. Klotchkov now enters the zone, so tries to center it, and the puck eludes the tape of Bustle.
Coyotes need to get some pucks towards the net. They're overpassing a little bit. They just need to throw some pucks towards the goaltender, Tobias Bell.
Battle ensues along the boards. Four-man scrum coming out of it were the Rams. They got it over to Strider Davis, and the puck just squirts over the blue line, and Davis paid the price, but did his job. Now from behind, here's Albert, gets it over to Davis. Davis kicks it up to himself, slides it over to Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez forgot he still gets the puck back. Here's Victor Gonzalez, still looking for an option too. He has H squared there. A pass, it goes off the outstretched reach of Stenari. Actually, this is, a shot hits the outside of the post. Centering pass right there, and Davis on the doorstep had his stick lifted at the moment of truth. Sent right back down by the Rams, and icing will be the call here with 2:07 left. And I'll tell you what, Coach, this time it was the Coyotes living right.
Well, they've done a good job in the last couple of sequences of defending their own net, and that's exactly what they need to do. Is when the Rams start buzzing around, you got to lift sticks and get body position.
H squared in the face-off circle for St. Mary's. He pushes it back. Taken away. Here's Afso, the lone goal scorer right now for St. Mary's. Now behind the net, gets it back over to Osla. Osla on the backhanded, it's denied that by the defense that time. Bondar now battles along the board, half wall, gets it over momentarily as they move it up this time to McGurty. Sean, though, enters the zone off sides, and that's what will be the call here with 105 seconds left in the second period. Still 3-1 in favor of the Rams from St. Mary's.
Well, both teams really trying to get themselves to the locker room here. The Rams want to leave it at 3-1. The Coyotes want to make it 3-2 at least. So we'll see how this last minute and 45 seconds plays out.
It was Clark in the face-off circle. It actually hit the shaft of his stick as the puck comes in, and it's blockered aside that time by Bell. His first save since the goal. Actually, the first shot put on. We lose the puck and get a face-off, though.
That's going to come outside the zone as I think it went off one of the sticks of the Coyotes.
Oh, they're saying it's deep.
All right. Mm-hmm. Did you see what I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Do you see what I saw? As Stotts will take the draw as he'll be opposed by Max Clark. Clark wins the draw back, but Stotts beats him to the biscuit. Centering pass right through the crease. Nobody home, though, for the cream, burgundy, and black. Centering pass again. And just knocking the puck out of harm's way was the goaltender in Bell. Another shot comes in. Here's Stotts now behind the net. Has Choi camped out in front. He'll move it over to the half wall on the far side to Nate Burnell. Burnell hasn't chopped off his tape by A-square. Alvarado moves it over to Clark. Clark now bull rushing his way into the Capo zone. Sticked aside that time by Joel Stenari. Alvarado now trying to do a one-on-two battle, which is knocked aside that time by Escalante. Oh, a turnover, maybe, oh no. Traverso of the Camp variety tried to get over to Stenari, and he almost turned it over right there. Speaking of turnovers, it's a good job by H-squared, Hunter Hayes, of keeping the biscuit in deep as we're down under a minute.
Seconds.
Watch out. Here's now Vic Gonzalez trying to enter the zone. Turned over to Stotts. Stotts so blindly passes it to no one as Bondar's just going to shove it down deep here with 35 seconds remaining. Pass that time to Brunell is broken up momentarily by Escalante, and here now is Hansen of the John variety as he moves it up along the boards. Vic Gonzalez tries to move the biscuit up. Now it's taken away by Klotchkov. Not the guy you want if you're St. Mary's. Klotchkov on the backhander shot, saved that time by the goaltender in Bell.
15 seconds.
Taken by Klotchkov. He'll turn it over. Turned over against Stenari right there at the point. Couldn't find the handle. He gets the rebound, and the puck is rimmed around all the way down the ice, and that's going to do it, Coach, for this second period.
Yep.
Two goals scored early in the period by St. Mary's. They take a 3-0 lead, but however, a deflection off. Mary's 3. Capo Coyotes 1 right here. Capo got the last goal with about 5:35 left in this period. Here they come now looking for more as the puck is sent down. Toby Bell went way out of his zone, but it's played by Jimmy Sharp and up on his. He'll get the second opportunity to clear it. He moves it over to A-squared. Alvarado having some problems as he battles Daria. Shot comes and wired by that time. And number 31 and Joel Stenari up along the boards right now. Here's Mazur. Actually, yeah, that's Mazur who brought it out, but it's turned over to Traverso. Traverso now actually goes to Daria. Daria has it slide off his tape. Now Daria behind the net battles a couple defensive Rams, and the puck bounds right in front of the goaltender in
Tobias Bell.
Tobias Bell, who covers up here 44 seconds into this third period.
I'm not even sure he had full control of that, Chuck, as the whistle blew. The referee was out of his sight, so he hit the whistle, which is a smart move by him.
Puck now rimmed up. Whoa, it took a weird bounce off the stanchion and bounced right in front, practically, to Cam Traverso. The Rams managed to knock it out, and it's sent right back in by Stenari. Here's Jimmy Albert now as he rims it down, intercepted by Klotchkov. This is not the guy you want with the biscuit. Gets Phillips, and Phillips couldn't handle it. Now bring it out, and it is run down by Klotchkov, his number 11, Sean McGurty. As now Stenari walks in, fires a shot, and scores! A buck 21 into this third period. It's the Coyotes who cut the lead down to 1.
A beautiful play by Stenari, who picks up the puck in his own defensive end after Klotchkov tracks down one of the Rams players, and Stenari comes up the near side wall, and he gets in all alone on coming in from the left side, and he beats Bell over the short side shoulder, making the score 3-2 early in the third period.
Stealing the puck now and sending it in is Brett Phillips. Bell now behind his net. Kind of didn't have an option as he was surrounded by Coyotes coming from both sides. Puck squirts out now to the outside half wall, or far side half wall, I should say. Finally, Victor Gonzalez is going to play the biscuit up. Victor with an assist this game. Walks in, takes a huge hit from Phillips. Phillips just winds up Gonzalez and knocks him almost past the blue line. Back now, here's Afsa with 1 goal already. Centering pass right there, tipped in, and it's
a great feed from Afsa. Choi and Afsa cross the blue line together, and Afsa feeds a nice little pass shot into Choi, who redirects it, and Bell has to make a left pad save.
Was that saved, or did it go wide?
No, it was a save. It went off his left pad and back behind the net.
So here now is Clark, who wins the faceoff. However, having some problems is Escalante. They get it to the blue line, but they can't clear as Escalante now behind his red line on the backhand, trying to get it over to Jimmy Sharp. Sharp battles along. Escalante now battling Posner right there, and a big battle takes place. Stott's trying to break in, and this time breaking out of it Good job by Clark. They move it up now to Alvarado. Alvarado gets by one. Alvarado now on the left wing, dances in, and he loses possession of the biscuit at the moment of truth.
That's that separation speed I was talking about.
Here's Alvarado again now behind the nets. He can't handle it. He'll get some help from Clark, however, it's turned over, and here's Daria now off to the races. Daria gets past one as he'll just drop it in deep. Bell coming way out of the net. He's going to turn it over that time to number 6, Escalante. Escalante will give it up as they move it back up to the point. Stenari now with the shot, and I believe that was blocked that time by number 19, Sar Medvedowski Mazur. And the puck will go out of play, so we'll lose the puck and gain a face-off with 13:58 remaining here in this third period. 3-2 in favor of St. Mary's.
Stenari got that puck and he tried to zap it on the net quickly, but he's got to step to the middle a little bit more. And there's a shot off Stenari's stick.
Shot whistles wide of the net occupied. Once again, watch out up here as the puck is lifted. I almost had to get my my glove.
Your fishing net?
Yeah, my fishing net right there. Take off the hat and try to catch that.
The old-fashioned way.
Exactly.
That's how we did it at the ballpark as kids.
I always brought the glove. As they move the puck along the boards and out of the zone. Sent right back in. No by the Coyotes. 13:35 left now in. Watch out. I thought I saw a puck go flying. I couldn't tell where it was going. Right there. And I don't believe that Bondar saw the biscuit. And we're going to have a penalty?
No, high sticking the puck. They're going to call it this time.
I like how you say this time.
Wow.
Pretty sly there, Coach.
With all due respect.
Score from the big house real quickly, just to let you know, the Anaheim Ducks trailing the Florida Panthers 3-1 late in the third. Things going from bad to worse for the parent club as the puck eludes everybody, and it's going to be dropped down, and Tobias Bell coming way out of his zone as he now chips it up way. And boy, he was almost to the face-off circle on that one. Bustle now enters the zone, walks in, fires a shot, saved that time by the goaltender. A centering pass cleared out momentarily by the Rams as that forces Bell to make his second save. Chipped up, and Gonzalez got it past one, couldn't get it past the next person. Here's Afsa, now centering pass right there on the tape, saved by Bell. Back in transition now. Here comes Strider Davis. Davis content just to reach the blue line, and he'll dump it down deep. And a miscommunication between Stenari and the goaltender in Ivancic. And the puck comes up now to Afsa on the far side blue half wall. Phillips now takes a hit from Clark just outside the Blues line, tries to slide it through, gets it past one. And it actually gets it to Phillips. Now here's Chris Daria, enters the zone. 1-on-4. Daria walks in, sends a shot high up over the net, occupied by Bell.
Yeah, didn't miss by much, Chuck.
Puck comes up and chipped over that time to Clark. Clark then got it over momentarily to Alvarado. Here's Hansen now in his own zone, gets it over to Alvarado momentarily. I think it might have hit the mouthpiece right there. That's lying on the ice. Now, behind his net, that's Jimmy Sharp, moves it over to the near side to Mazur. Sharp now takes it and tried to hit the breaking Alvarado right there. Intercepted, and there's Alvarado just chip it up. Now a foot race between Mazur, and actually he's too tired, so he'll just peel off, and that's going to force Shane Scott to play the biscuit. Home run pass intended for Posner. Jakob now. Dipsy-doos around one, but can't get past the second guy in Ite Bondar. Bondar now. Slides it over momentarily to Escalante, and chipping the puck in and forcing Ivancic to cover up will be the Rams here with 11:16 remaining in this third period. Rams still up by a goal.
Ivancic says to himself, I'm just going to put a glove on top of this. We need a little bit of a break. We could use a change.
Good, I need a change too.
Let's get some changes and get a 50-50 draw.
Hayes will take the draw as he gets it back. Here's a shot by Albert that's blocked aside. Watch out, this could be a 2-on-1. As now look at the speed being shown that time by number 6 in Escalante. Here's a pass right intended for Osla right in front. Osla kind of spun around. was unable to handle the biscuit. Turnover now to Klotchkov. This is not the man you want to handle it. Centering pass, nobody home though for the cream, black and burgundy. Back over now to Hayes. Hayes with a man right in front. He's going to fire a shot, the first shot of the period, and it's put on goal and stopped and covered up that time by Connor Ivancic here with 10:46 remaining in this third period.
Rams just content to get pucks out of their zone, throw them towards the net, try to hold on. Going to wait their turn so they can get a little flurry on the other end of the ice, see if they can capitalize on that.
Petroni in the face-off circle. They actually win the draws. He gets it over to Strider Davis. Davis now reverses course. Is now Vic Gonzalez is sealed off that time nicely by number 21, Traverso of the Jake variety. Puck comes back up now to Hansen of the John variety. Turnover. Here's Petroni, slides it down once again to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now with Traverso all over him. Still trying to, moves it in front. Here's Hansen now going to wire a shot and sends it wide of the net, way wide of the net. I think that was on purpose into the near side corner.
I think he was looking for Strider Davis on the backside for a little, maybe a redirect.
Here now is Jake Traverso, got it up to Afsa, momentarily turned over, and Petroni going to dump in, forcing the Coyotes to chase inside their zone. Coming out of it now, here's Stenari. Joel now has it off his tape, and now moves over to Max Clark, who just pitchforks it deep inside the zone again as the clock now will trickle under 9:45 here. Almost halfway home in the third period. Still 3-2 in favor of St. Mary's. Puck comes up, then it's going to be shot right down in front of where Stenari takes the control of the spinning biscuit. Turnover, watch out. Here's Daria on a break, 2-on-1. Daria centers a pass and it goes through the legs that time of Klotchkov. Oh, excuse me, that was not Troy, excuse me. Clark waiting at the blue line. He'll chip the puck in as Mazur touches up. Short shifts now for these Rams. Don't forget they played last night. Pass comes up to Daria, slides into the zone. Forcing Bondar to play it. He can stick handle, we know that. He gets it out, but Stenari's going to dump it right back in where Hansen of the John variety will take it and bang it along the boards to the half wall. And then moved up now to 8 square.
2-on-1.
2-on-1 right now. And I was saying offside that time on Ite Bondar with 8:48 remaining. Ooh, that could have been a big opportunity right there. And you know what? Those opportunities have come few and far between these days or this time for St. Mary's. And that could have been a big opportunity right there for the Rams.
That was a real chance for them to kind of separate themselves and get a real nice scoring opportunity. They've been kind of waiting for that chance.
Yep. You were talking about just biding their time now as Hansen enters the zone. Then finally it's going to be Christian Hansen who's just going to dump it in deep where Coughlin will play it over to Scott. Shane Scott now beats Hayes to the biscuit. Bondar now gets it back to Christian Hansen. Shot down. Oh, and a kick save at the moment of truth that time by Ivancic. I don't think Ivancic saw that. Here's Klotchkov getting around one. Has Osla in the middle. Klotchkov now enters the zone, tries the wraparound, backhand shot, and it's knocked down by the defense of St. Mary's. Back now comes Strider Davis. Racing into the zone. Strider now cut off at the pass by Phillips.
Good job by Coughlin there defending that one-on-one.
And it's chipped back in deep inside the zone. And that's going to warrant an icing call here with 8:01 remaining here in the third period. Still 3-2 in favor of St. Mary's.
Rams looking for a little quick strike action out of the neutral zone, whereas on the other side, the Coyotes want to dump the puck in deep, forecheck it hard, see if they can get some chances to the front of the net.
Alex Bussell will battle Luca Petroni. Bussell wins it. They get it over to the far side. Phillips with a shot tipped in and a save that time. Rebound, trying to bank it off was Burdell off the goaltender. Two saves right there for Toby Bell. Now behind the net. Here is Haymaker. Gets it over to Alex Bussell. Bussell now. The man draped all over him and Petroni. Puck squirts over to Haymaker. Puck goes over to the far side corner. They sent right back in, and now to the near side corner, forcing Jimmy Sharp to play it. And he misses his man in Vic Gonzalez. Gonzalez, though, will chase it as that pass was, a nice hit right there.
Good body position
by Brett Phillips. Phillips has been playing an outstanding defense tonight. We've seen him make several big defensive plays right there for the Coyotes. Now behind his net. Here come the Rams once again. They slide the biscuit over to Clark. Clark with the shot, and it's gloved down and held onto by the goaltender, Connor Ivancic, here with 6:56 left in this third period. Rams hanging on for dear life as they lead by a score of 3-2.
Well, like you said in the game before, next goal is huge.
Posner will take the draw against Clark. Jakob wins it, or I should say Jacob. I like using the Jakob instead. And here comes Posner now. Tries to pass, a home run pass for Daria, and a big miscommunication between both parties right there. It warrants an icing call.
If this was the NHL, Dory would have been in on top of the puck, and they would have had possession of the puck.
Yep.
And I don't know if we'll ever get to this in youth hockey, but the hybrid icing obviously allows for races for pucks. And right now in high school hockey, youth hockey, we have the automatic icing.
Well, hybrid icing, and I think that sometimes that's more of a safety factor than anything else.
It is,
yeah.
Compared to the old touch icing.
Yeah. Here now is Traverso. Traverso moves it up to AFSA. AFSA now stick handling one. Tried to go through a band of Rams right there, or a pack of Rams. Is that what they are? A herd of Rams.
A herd of Rams.
A herd of Rams.
Yep.
As now AFSA takes control right around center ice. He's tripped up, no call. As this time it's Hayes. H-squared tried to slide it over that time to Bondar. Turned over as Posner now will take possession inside his zone. Good job of shielding the biscuit away from Sean McGurty. Gets it over to Stenari, who slides it over to AFSA. AFSA now with Daria. Will float it in the corner for Daria. Good job by Jimmy Albert right there as he knocks it off. And now Albert and Hunter Hayes, H-squared, battling for the biscuit with AFSA. Puck squirts out, though. That's Jakob Posner tries to wrap around shot. Another save right there by Toby Bell. Two big saves by Bell. And then a mass. Oh, wow. Stenari got kicked by Albert. Wow.
That's scary. Ooh.
Wow. So Albert will go, and I think that's the first penalty. Is that going to be the only penalty? Are they going to call him a...
Oh, they're going to discuss this over there.
I think we're going to have a penalty coming over to Capo as well. He pointed to the bench over there, so that's what I was trying to figure out.
I know, Stenari got jumped on. He went to the net hard, got a good shot, and then they jumped on him, and now... I hope they don't throw him into the box. He didn't do anything.
As we wait and see as the refs are
I
going to
might be a
discuss.
little bit biased.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wanting to see if it's going to be a 2 or a 5. But yeah, you don't put the skate up to the chest. It's going to be a 5.
Yep.
Wow.
And he's going to...
Oh, boy. I think they're going to send someone to the bench for the Coyotes, too. 2 minutes for the Coyotes.
Yep.
And Stenari's going to get 2.
He's going to get 2.
And they're going to kick out. Looks like Jimmy Albert will be removed for the game.
Yep.
With a 5 and a 10.
And depending upon what happens here, the next game that he would play, he'd be out too.
So, Jimmy Albert, who had a good game, but the one thing is you do not put the skate up near anybody. Stenari, I could see why Stenari got the 2, and they both should have actually gotten 2. As we're going to, serving the penalty will be Ethan Saldana. And so it's going to be basically, for the first 2 minutes, we'll have a 4-on-4, and then for the next, basically 3 minutes after that, the Coyotes can score at will.
Rams met with the number 3, 5-minute major for kicking, a game misconduct. To the Coyotes, number 31, 2 minutes for cross-check.
And those are the first penalties of the game right there for
the Rams.
Yep.
For the Rams,
And James Albert has been removed from the game. So here we go, 3-2. 4-on-4 action. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. There's going to be plenty of ice now. See if we get some of the skill players out for both squads as it's cleared down the ice. And how that it's not icing, I don't know. Now behind his net.
I don't know either.
Coach, I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, it's 4-on-4.
I know it's 4-on-4, but still, that doesn't mean
I know. That's even strength.
Here is Bondar right here. He'll turn it over, and Klotchkov, watch out. Klotchkov 1-on-3. He has the trailer and Posner. Posner on the backhand at that time, and I believe it's stick to side.
That didn't even get to the net.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By his pad.
Looked like by Hayes or something like that. Now here's Traverso going to take a hit as he centers it, and it's cleared out that time by Big John Hansen. Phillips now takes the biscuit inside his zone. He'll rim it around, forcing Bell to come out of his zone, and then Bell will take it over to Hansen, who's just cleared out. And I think that's the kind of game we're going to see the Rams play here, as Coughlin tried to bait the icing. Ref wasn't buying it. And I'll tell you, Coach, if they didn't buy the last one, they weren't going to buy that one either.
They weren't going to buy that one. That one I was okay with.
Here's Osla. I agree. I was too. Here's Osla now. Walks around one. Osla now centers a pass, and a little late to the party, or a little early to the party that time was Mason Stotts. Now the other way. Here's Victor Gonzalez. Has a stick lifted at the moment, or as he enters the zone, but still maintains possession. Tries to get it back over to the onrushing Anthony Alvarado. Alvarado will still get the biscuit. Float it over to the far side, half wall, and moves it down low. Will be number 6 in Escalante. Handling the... Well, actually making a shot that time was Victor Gonzalez, the fourth shot on goal. And here's now is Mason Stotts, 1-on-4 for the Coyotes. It's knocked off his biscuit. It's just cleared down the ice that time by Escalante, and by number 17, A-square, Anthony Alvarado. And it's going to warrant an icing call here with 12 seconds left on the penalty to Stenari.
Yeah, Joel Stenari.
Woo.
So this is going to get real interesting here real quick, Chuck. As Coach LeBay is...
Well, you're going to get Stenari rested for 2 minutes, so, I mean, you're probably going to see him on the ice the rest of the time, too.
Yeah, I could see that.
As now trying to carry it out was Hayes all over Daria, right in Daria. Daria now walking in, fires a shot, and they're making the save. Is the goaltender in Bell. Bell's 8 save on 9 opportunities. He's made 8 straight here, and there's 4 ticks away from being a 3-minute power play. And Coach, will we see them possibly pull a Bonsick too?
Maybe a little bit later. I think they're probably going to play a little bit 5-on-4 to see what happens. But there's a puck out to Phillips.
Kept up by Phillips. Phillips fires a shot, and I believe it was going to hit it was stick to side, but it was still going wide. Now behind the net, here's Klotchkov with Daria camping right out in front. They get it over to Brunell. Brunell over to Stenari. Stenari at the point, leaves it back for Brunell again. Nate going to wire a shot way wide. The net occupied that time by Bell. Phillips now creeps to the half wall, drops it down to Daria. Daria, the man draped all over him. In Hansen. Gets it back up to Stenari. Joel going to fire a shot right there. Save and rebound is covered up at the moment of truth that time by Toby Bell here with 3:08 remaining. 150 seconds remain on the power play. That's 2.5 minutes to all of you other people that don't have my Cal State Fullerton math skills.
Chuck, you'd asked if I would pull the goaltender. Like right now, most definitely not. I would probably wait until you're right around the 1 minute mark. Give yourself a chance here because the Rams can ice the puck without any penalty here.
Without any persecution, that's true. As the puck now moved up and it's pitchforked out of the zone by Petroni. And Luca forces the Coyotes to cover or to play some tic-tac-toe right around, and that forces an errant pass, and that forces Stenari to chase the biscuit deep inside his zone here with 2:40 left.
They don't have time to set up. They got to get moving. They got to go.
Stenari directing traffic now as Posner comes there, and then Stenari will bring the biscuit out. Slides it over to Jacob. Posner gets over to Afsa. Afsa, who had the redirected goal earlier in this game to start the scoring for the Coyotes. Phillips now with the biscuit at the near side half wall, gets it up to Stenari, fires a shot, and I believe that's blocked aside that time by the goaltender and Toby Bell. Posner now seals off his man, allowing Afsa to take it. Puck down low to Jacob Posner again. Posner trying to wrap around shot, saved that time by the goaltender in Toby Bell, and he'll cover up with 2:02 remaining and 84 seconds remaining on the rest of the major, attributed to Jimmy Albert.
I'd think about taking my time out here pretty quick.
I was going to just ask you that. You stuck the
Yeah. I'd probably take it out right now to give some guys some rest here.
Face-off won by Stotts as he tries to bull rush his way in, taken and moved over to the far side. Here's Phillips now. Fires a shot, save on the rebound attempt. Puck now battling right there. Osla now, Bell on his stomach right there. Puck squirts behind the net, rimmed out and out of the zone here with a $1:40 left now, and a huge save right there by the goaltender Toby Bell. This time it's Avancic waving over to John LeBay saying, when do you want me to go, coach? Stenari having all sorts of problems handling the biscuit as he battles Bondar right now with 50 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Watch out as the puck comes to Oslo. Oslo with the step momentarily on Sharp. Gets it back to Klotchkov, fires a shot, and they're making the save. Once again is Tobias Bell with a $1:19 left here in the third period, and St. Mary's clinging on to a 1-goal lead.
I think you're going to see maybe a timeout right now. No?
And the Avancic starting to creep out of that zone, out of that goal, coach.
They got 6 guys on the ice. Oh, here he is. He's coming out now. Well, they're going for broke right now, Chuck.
79 seconds on the 6-on-4, 41 seconds on the man advantage. The puck gets past Stenari, and Stenari forced to play it deep in, or actually towards the zone. Turnover almost ensues. Here's Doria now enters the zone for Capo. He has a man breaking shot and just sticked aside by the defense. Back up to the point. Another shot comes in, and I don't think rebound comes in and it escapes along the crossbar right there as Phillips now handles the biscuit with under 50 seconds left. Here's Klotchkov now, enters the zone. Still walking in. Bull rushes way in, shot saved, rebound, chipped up over the goaltender. 40 seconds left. Klotchkov. We're back to 5-on-5. Shot comes in, saved that time. Klotchkov behind the net, centers a pass, nobody home. Here's Hansen going to wind up. He's going to take it. He's going to clear the biscuit.
That's icing there.
That's going to warrant an icing call. And coach, if you don't call a timeout here, come on. Wow.
Hey, sometimes coaches don't like to call a timeout in this situation because they've worked on it.
Look at right there. We got.
I see that, but they've worked on these plays in practice, so they don't need to map things out. You don't want to give the other team any rest.
That's true. That's a good point, coach. That's a good point. 22.9 seconds left.
Especially if you're on the defensive side. If I'm St. Mary's right now, I'll take the timeout, but I'm not calling it.
No, exactly. Tobias Bell has been absolutely spectacular this period. He gave up the first goal on the first shot. Since then, he stopped 14 in a row. Actually, 15. He's faced 16 shots this period. Woo, doggy.
We have a good old-fashioned barn burner going on here.
The 3 seed and the 6 seed.
Well, that's why we play the game, Chuck.
Exactly, coach. Exactly.
Chuck, what Capo needs to do right now is they need to get the puck back up top. They got to win the face-off. They got to get it up top. They got to rotate it to the far side, and then they got to shoot for sticks, cutting back across. They had 7 guys on the ice.
7 guys on the ice.
Yeah.
Face-off is dropped. Shot comes in, and it's a
that was the
save.
chance right there.
Big save that time. Centering pass. Denied. Cleared down the ice. 9.8 seconds left. Wow, and there's a shot right there.
Klotchkov had the shot on his stick.
And I think it hit the shaft.
And that was a huge save.
It looked like it hit
by
the shaft.
Tobias Bell.
They had it perfectly set up. We have 9.8 seconds left. H squared will take the draw. Oh, there's a big trip right there. No
And
calls.
that's it.
Clear down the zone.
That's it.
5 seconds left. Stenari going to just turn around, take it away. Shot cleared down the ice. And the Rams have shocked the lead. The Rams have shocked the league. They had defeated the Capo Coyotes 6 defeats 3, and they will move to the semifinals with a 3-2 victory over the Capo Coyotes. Sorry. Coach, what a game.
Unbelievable. A great effort by the St. Mary's Rams. They did a fantastic job early in the game. They held on in the third period. It wasn't for trying. Unfortunately, Capo gave everything they had down the stretch to try to get the puck in the back of the net to get things tied up. They had some chances. Tobias Bell made some unbelievable saves for the St. Mary's Rams. A real exciting hockey game. You know, I was asked before this game if anything could have matched the game before it, and you want to know what?
We found one.
Yeah,
didn't
we definitely got one here. So, just a real exciting hockey game, and this is why we do what we do.
Let me give you some shot totals real quickly. For the winning Rams, it was 5 in the first, 8 in the second, 4 in the third for a total of 17. The goaltender, Connor Ivancic, stopped 14 out of 17 right there. For the Capo Coyotes right there, they had 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and then 17 in the third for a total of 31. Obviously, Tobias Bell stopping 29 of 31 right there, and absolutely